Yeah. Episode 3. Follow the drip. I'm here with the wolf of Dixon Street, DJ Darren, DJ D Sewell. You know what I mean? He gave me the time, sit down, shoot with him for a second. I appreciate that. I know you busy right now.
It's all good.
It's your time of year. DJ Sewell is one of the lead broadcasters, is that what I need to say? Here in Fayetteville, Arkansas at 105.3 KISS. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the opportunity to sit down here, pick his brain for a minute.
Let's do it.
So, introduce yourself, DJ D.
Yeah, I'm DJ D Sewell from Conway. Moved up here to Fayetteville. Been doing this radio thing for a long time. KISS 105.3. I do the night shows. I throw events. Trying to get out here and get it. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, with that being said, I know that Fayetteville just recently got his first hip-hop station, and this is it. So I know that you're a professional. How did you start DJing? Like, when did you take that interest? You have your first turntables? Like, let's start at the beginning. Like, when did you throw your first party? Or what kind of computer did you have? You know.
Okay. The first party, Kelsey Brinker, shout out to her. Okay. We threw 2 house parties, and that's kind of when we knew it would work. We got a lot of people there. Okay, this thing worked. Then the social media. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of coming into play too. Okay. So that was the first sign of it's working. My turntables. That's when I was at Power 92. And the funny thing is, I really went into DJing club. I was just so happy to be on the radio, and that was the first dream. And then, you know what I'm saying, once we seen the party thing, okay, I kind of know the song.
So when you said that's your first dream, you went to school, right? You went to college. So what did you major in when you went to college?
It was actually news broadcasting. I wanted to be on ESPN, Stuart Scott. That's what I did.
Okay, so it was more TV medium at first.
Yeah, it was TV.
But you landed on the radio. Yeah. Hey, that ain't no bad landing.
Yeah, it ain't bad.
That's just to show people aim for what you want, and you never know. You still may get what you want. It may not be exactly.
Yeah. You know what turn life take you. And I wasn't opposed to the radio. I just hadn't thought of that. You know what I'm saying? So into sports, but I love music just as much as sports. What's funny about bringing it up? I had an interview for a job in Miami, and a guy asked me which one I like better, music or sports. And I was like, I really don't know. Like, they're equally. You know what I'm saying? But it ended up going toward music. So
but you still like sports. Music didn't take away from your interest in sports. You know what I mean? You're basically just landing here on the radio station. You never know where
the sports.
You know, because I see how you be dibbling and dabbling and showing your interest. You know, basically we just have to pursue what we're interested in and what we have passion and love for. And I feel like the universe is gonna open up doors for you automatically. That's my idea.
And that's what we're trying to do with the show. You know, going back to the social media, that's one cool thing. I can watch all these people do stuff on ESPN and say, you know what, me and my homeboys can do it too. All right, let's really try to put this stuff together and get it out there and stick with it. And we've been doing it. Like you said, as long as you stay consistent with it and stick with it, people will get the vision. You know what I'm saying?
It's one of the main things you gotta have.
Got to.
The few artist interviews that I had, the guy, that was one of the main things they would talk about is consistency. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta keep hitting at a certain point. You gotta keep hitting on the wall. You can move where you hit at the wall, but you just gotta be consistent with hitting it, because it's like a wall that you're trying to knock down or a ceiling. You know?
Bro, it's so crazy, and the crazy thing about consistency is it's so hard to keep doing the same thing and nothing happening. Same thing and nothing's happening.
But you never know.
But you just keep the video. You know what I'm saying? You believe so strong that I'm gonna keep doing it no matter what. I ain't doing it for this or that. I'm doing it for myself. Y'all got to get to that point.
So you say you was working in Little Rock in '92.
Yeah.
So I know from being and living up here in Northwest Arkansas that it was never a radio station. And me being the trap junkie I am, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, you know, this is just killing me, you know what I mean? So it was always a dream, and you know, you think one day, they're gonna get cool enough one day. So when you found out that they was gonna do this, you know what I mean? And I know you in Little Rock, and you kind of on staff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm the bottom of the bottom.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so when you found out or got wind that they was gonna start something new, did you think that you would be where you are now, or how did you even How did they?
Man, this is the most craziest story. First off, I got the job on two ways, and that's crazy. A person knew one of the owners and kind of suggested me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know nothing about that. That's just the universe working its way. And when they were looking for people, they called my boss and he suggested me.
But that was
two totally different ways.
Yeah.
They heard my name in Oklahoma. Now how crazy is that? And like you just said, a random DJ that's on staff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have a show. I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna give shout out to my homie Kane. Kane would let me do the Friday night show with him.
That's what's up.
See, right, we didn't talk about this. I got to take it off of her. I was doing
what?
Bro, I had a Sunday, midnight Sunday show, man.
You had to do so bad, bro.
I did. I did my man Broadway Joe. Shout out to him. Broadway Joe said I sounded so bad. Get off that air. Yeah, for real. I went through all that, man. But you gotta think. You excited? You telling your family on the show, blah blah blah. Bro, I got taken off. I think I was on it 3 weeks. Get off. You ain't ready yet. You gotta take it off. So I was just there. Like you said, the Darren Quality too. Kane was letting me do the Friday show with him, so I'm just there, still happy to be there. You know what I'm saying?
So at least it didn't crush your spirit, bro.
I did. No, don't do that thing, right? I felt that big, you know what I'm saying?
I know that's kind of crucial, bro. You know what I mean?
Bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm promoting this and this and that. And everybody, where over there for the Sunday show? Regroup, you know what I'm saying? But no, I go through all of that and end up getting a call from OKC, and man, it was just crazy. Did all the interviews over the phone, and ended up, I had to quit my job, and one of the toughest things was, I had to quit my job in, it was 2016, January.
Okay.
And it was 6 months before I moved up here to Fayetteville. And
so
they
you
pushed
kind of
it,
just like in limbo.
bro, they pushed it back for like 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So
I remember when they started. They had the building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were kind of trying to secure a lot of things, and I had been in here. I met Noel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that was before I even knew anything about you or anything. So met Noel, and he was like, "Yeah, it's for real."
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, "Okay." And I'm like, "You gonna be here by yourself?" And I don't remember if he mentioned you or anything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put no words in there. But you know, you being from Conway and I already had went to school up here, you say your first party you ever threw was in Springdale. Then when you realize, hey, I can turn this up, you know, I can do this, that's crazy. You know what I mean? This is just, seems like this is where you was meant to be. This is where you was supposed to be.
Let me add one other important part to that. Even when we was in Conway, and I think I'm still, one important thing you keep saying, I'm still just a no-name DJ in 92, so I'm just employed, but I'm a nobody there. You know, there's like 10 DJs on top of me there. But one thing we did in Conway, we owned a building in Conway. We had a building for a year. That's one reason I've never tried to go out to the club since then. I kind of learned my thing. But we had a building, we do events and all that stuff, so I learned a lot doing that. So I seen it with my own eyes, this works. You know what I'm saying?
And this in Baldwin County.
Bro, and that's my point. So this is back home doing that. This is Party Central. I know it's going to work in Fayetteville, and I'm a DJ in Fayetteville. Let's connect all the dots. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that was my first time just seeing, okay, I get it. And we made a lot of mistakes too. You know what I'm saying? So I learned from that as well, what not to do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to figure out whole timeline.
Okay.
Was you doing parties up here already frequently before you started working here?
Yeah.
So that's what I was trying to
I was already doing that. Yeah, we were going back and forth, doing parties. One thing I do want to add in with the showcase, we was doing parties heavy, and I wasn't even staying here. So yeah, I was still at 92 doing that. The showcase thing, I was about done with it. And Spider and King Pimpin', I gotta give a shout out to them. I was actually working construction, they taught me to keep doing showcases. And that was right when I was about to move up here. And I kept on doing them, and like I said, we connected all the dots and everything made sense. But to your point, yes, I was doing a lot of parties and still weren't even living there. So,
but with that being said, I was trying to figure out, like, so you were at that time the popping hot DJ. So if Paris, if they was like, who hot down there? Who do all the DJing of the urban music, as they would say? And your name probably constantly popped up also. So
I'm doing street DJing.
It's just your work, your consistency. You know what I mean?
Even when you don't see it work.
See, even when you was ready to stop. You know what I mean?
Bro, I know. And now look at what the showcase has grown into. Yeah.
Talking about the showcase, let's talk about that, because I know that's been something that you've been doing I know you did 50. I remember you had a 50th anniversary show, you know what I mean? So and I know you done a buku after that. Like, with that, you didn't have to do that. Like, you didn't have to have a avenue where you could allow artists from around here. I don't say local because some people with the internet, nobody's really local anymore. Artists from around here to come and showcase and build the platform. You know what I mean? Where did that come from?
Bro, I'm glad you said that. I got hired in Power too because I did an intern with Trey Day. Trey Day let me hang around him every single day. I moved to Miami, failed in Miami, came back, wasn't doing nothing. Trey, the reason that I got the job, he was like, hey, you need to hire this dude. Came back around. Remember I just told you about me getting taken off of the air? Big bro came let me do a show with him on Friday night. Didn't have to do it. He popped on Friday. He had a Friday night show. So he was doing a night show.
You watching and learn.
One more. The first time that I ever DJed in front of a crowd of people, when I told you about the house party, but the first time in front of people was actually, and this is what's even crazy, it was actually Summer Jam. You would think I didn't do the first one. Nah, my homeboy Kane was Summer Jam. He was trying to throw him. Kane had me up there. I was with Special K, Dr. Feelgood, Mike Blaze, and bro, I am not even. I'm a 0. They're a 10. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Kane, man, this little homie, you can open up for him. Bro, I had no business being on stage with these dudes, bro. None. And these other DJs would have killed to be up there. You know what I'm saying? So all these people, bro, along this journey, bro, just helped me out and didn't have no reason whatsoever. Yeah. None whatsoever. Just I see you working, man, I give you a chance. You know what I'm saying? That was it. So just being on that tip, I seen so many people in Conway, so many people, bro, recording, they spend all this money in the studio, blah, 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 doing all that.
I know from the screen.
Bro, and then what? Yeah. Then what? You got all this music. Like, I ain't want we just, shit, if I get 10 artists, they bring 10 people, we got 100 people. You know what I'm saying? That was the first thought to ever even do a showcase.
That was one of my personal issues when I was rapping. You know what I mean? I did my thing. Everybody knew I rapped, but I really had nowhere to go, bro, and showcase. Like, I had a few opportunities, you know what I mean, and some of them got messed up, and I ain't gonna get into all the detail. But one of my biggest problems was I had no stage that I could go get on. You know what I mean?
See, right, I was surrounded by people that rap and just had music. Nothing. I mean, they spend this equipment, they spend all this time doing this, make these songs, and that song dope as hell. If you know they back in the studio a couple days, what else can they do? So, I mean, it just made sense. You know what I'm saying? At least let's just try it. And I ain't gonna lie, at that time, a showcase, random artists, you think people gonna come? Everybody. That ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, it was another world idea. Like, that wasn't supposed to work.
So did you think that it would last this long?
No.
Like it would have been this successful?
No. I would have thought that it would have made us run already. People would have got tired of it. The way to see it just going around the state and it's evolving and stuff like that is unreal. You know
It is. Like, the scene is really opening up to a degree where we are building our own scene.
This is crazy.
You know, my thing is people just need to work more on their marketing and they perform because people want to come and be entertained.
I'm glad you said that. You know, it's something I've been doing probably about 5 or 6 showcases. I just been sending people different tips and stuff. And one thing is practice, you said. I don't know why it's just in people's head that, hey, I did this song, I just do it. Yeah. Oh man, real artists practice. Like, I don't know where you got that from. It's your favorite artist. Don't practice.
I was watching an interview of one of the guys from Rockefeller. He was like, he remembered when Jay used to just stand in one spot all night. And he said he flew somewhere where they was performing him and Beyonce, and he said Jay-Z was all over the stage, and you know, they on the jumbotron. Yeah. And you gotta think about it, it's the type of what type of money you trying to get. If you trying to get to stand still right in one spot on stage, money.
I work the crowd.
Yeah.
It's a totally different thing.
Right. Yeah. So out of the showcases, I'm gonna ask you a real rapid question. Out of the showcases, how many people have you seen get on that stage and you say to yourself, he a star for real? And like, where maybe they don't nobody else maybe know it, maybe you maybe just see it, or you just see like, he could do it. He could really. Cause you see all the artists.
Oh, you got a damn good point. I've been done the same 15 to 20. But
really?
I'm going back to exactly what you just said. Your marketing. Do it matter? And let me just say this: do it matter that I seen somebody in a club with 120 people there turn this motherfucker out for 8 minutes? Yeah. Do it matter if nobody else?
The song is the shit.
Killed it.
Yeah.
That was it. Nobody else see it again.
It's tight.
See, right? No pictures, no video, nobody see it. So do it. Did it ever even happen? You know what I'm saying?
That's the world we live in now too. Like if it's not posted,
did it even
happen?
happen?
It didn't even happen.
And that's sad, but it's the honest to God truth. Just me telling you, man, this one dude killed it. Yeah. Okay, you ain't got no video of it. He ain't promoted it. How you music at? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's just where we at now. So that I done seen a lot, but if you ain't got the whole thing today,
that was one of my reasons for starting what I'm doing with the Follow Drip Blog. You know what I mean? It was like, what could I do to help push the culture? You know what I mean? Not just myself. I like it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because I go hard and, you know, you bet your last dollar time on that. You know what I mean? But it's not really just about you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, in the music industry, everybody's making money. You know what I mean? You may just see one person. Yeah. You know what I mean? You may just see his chains and his cars. But believe me, it's so many other people. Man, and I be just trying to tell, because I had that issue, I had so many people around me that wanted to rap, you know, and I'm just trying to tell them, hey, we need somebody to do this, we need somebody to do that, and like people, when they are around the music, I be trying to tell them, I be like, look, you ain't gotta be a rapper, you know what I mean? There's so many other aspects and ways that you can get paid off the music. I'm gonna flip it on another thing, almost what LeBron did with his homeboy. Everybody think you gotta hoop and all that. He got some man, this dude an agent, this dude doing movies. You know what I'm saying? You gotta flip it. Same with music. Well, bet. Y'all, I'm the best rapper. Alright. You do video. You do social media. You take pictures. Yes. We need you with the crowd. You like talking to the girl. You be shooting. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we ain't any problems. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their role and it makes sense. You know, like you said, when everybody trying to be the star and all that, it don't work. It does not work. I just figured that I want to be like a link in the chain, you know what I'm saying? And instead of being the whatever the thing is that's been around. I like it. You know, because it's a way of life for me, you know what I mean? It's a culture, and you can sit around, you can complain about how it's going and who becoming stars and the quality of the music, or you can put yourself in a position where you can promote the good shit. You know what I'm saying? You can expose the people that are underground. Everything we talked about, that was the good shit you just said right there. You know what niggas gonna do? Complain and tell you how so and so ain't doing this. Bro, I know you realize this shit. Grown man complain. It's one of the weirdest things for me. Bro, do it yourself. And then today, in 2019, who holding you back? Man, I YouTube everything, man. I graduated from YouTube so many times. Who is holding you back today? I can't see it. Real shit. So, with all of the showcases, okay, on top of all of the showcases, you had this idea that you were going to do something, Jamie. You said it wasn't your original idea, you know what I mean? Your partner had it at first, but you said you was going to try it again. And I was in the first one, so I seen the big deal that it was, you know what I mean? And it was for it being your first one, you know what I mean? How worried were you? No, how low. That it was going to all. Man, okay. Because for one, you on your third. Yeah. Okay. Yes. It's totally different now. Yeah. So from then, tell me how you felt then. I don't know how you felt. I can do that. The first one, I'm gonna tell you how worried I was. So you gotta think we're doing all these showcases. It's working. Mm-hmm. We doing them at Lush. It's cool. Mm-hmm. So now we're gonna do a super show basically. Yeah, like a real summer jam. Like a summer jam. Each coast, for people that don't know out in the world, each coast of America, they throw the biggest party in the summer, okay? and it's called the Summer Jam. In New York, they do it. In California, they do it. The biggest radio stations do it, and they bring in the biggest artists from around the country.
Yeah.
Okay, so they spend a lot of money. Of course, it's bigger markets. These are the biggest markets in America. So they bring in all the hot artists from each area, including the people from there, and they throw this big Summer Jam. So what this man basically did, he said, I'm not going to bring in no big artists. He said he's going to do a Summer Jam strictly for Arkansas.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
When you say that sounds crazy.
Whatever. I'm sitting here, I'm here to give the man congratulations, and I'm here to thank the man. You know what I mean? Because he didn't have to do that at all, just like he said. You know what I mean? He could have went and got him a bag. So when you was putting on that first, I know you invested in it, you know what I'm saying?
Trusting artists that's going to promote like they're supposed to. People mad at times, you know what I'm saying? Then you gotta think we're doing that. That club was jumping. Now that was my secret weapon, though. That was my secret weapon in a good and bad way. They didn't have showcases, but the club was jumping whether we was there or not. So I said, okay, use that. You get what I'm saying? Use that. It's gonna be jumping and just make the promotion bigger than anything they would ever do.
And see, you guys look at it like your experience as a club promoter, as throwing parties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So see, if you hadn't had none of that experience, you wouldn't even thought about that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah, no, that's real. So I'm like, okay, we get into a spot that's gonna have people there anyway. How do we keep these people here, and how do we make more people come? And that's all. Once again, back to what you said, the marketing. Make it just look like it's the biggest thing ever. And that's what we did. We went crazy with all the marketing, all the different type of flyers, all that stuff. So we went out, but just talk about the feeling nervous, man, not knowing how it's gonna go. Then doing a show like that, you have to start early. So you know, doing a showcase, we started
doing so many people.
Bro, so you don't know how that's gonna go. You're like, man, we got a whole hour that usually people don't come out to these. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as you open, we jump.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? So going through all that, but once again, man, you look back at it now, I'm so thankful for it. So thankful for all of that. And then talk about going to it now. I can't sit here in front like I still don't be stressed out and worried.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's more trust the process.
Yeah.
You know everything to do, you write everything down. But I'm gonna be real, this morning I looked at my checklist and I was like, damn, I really got everything checked out.
I was like, what you saying there, that's what I was going to kind of like name this episode, like Trust Your Process. Because you basically went through every step to get to this position, you know what I mean, to get to this point in your career, in your life, you know what I mean? So you had to have some strong faith, and you had to trust, you know what I'm saying, in the steps you was taking.
See, right, that's the second realest thing. You said the best stuff the whole interview. That's the second best thing.
I just live a life, bro, you know what I mean?
You hit it on the head, bro. Strong faith, the consistency, and just believing, even when the shit you can't see. But it's tough. It's tough. But yeah, that's the success. Okay. That's it, man.
So to this year, okay. First joint we was using a nightclub, you know. You know, you had one little stage. I was in there. You bust down all the walls they had in that thing. You know what I mean? You filled it up. So I know the second year you moved the venue, right? Georgia, and I know Georgia is a big venue. I ain't been in the back of there. You know what I mean? I remember back in the day when it was just that little tight little spot. You know what I mean? But it was the spot for me. You know what I mean? And it's a historical spot. It's a number one live music venue in Arkansas. You know what I mean? So that was tough. You know what I mean? So we second year. Okay, now we third year. So what you expecting this year? And from the promotion and what I've been seeing, pumping and pushing, you know what I mean? You should be expecting a nice crowd.
The purpose of doing it in Georgia, I want to be real, the big goal, I want to do it outside festival. But I wanted year 3 in Georgia to sell out, man. Last year we had 500 people. See, right, I came to work the next day, and the next day they had a sign up there that thing said sold out for another show. And I said, damn, as good as we did, they had another show that sold out. So that's the goal this year, man. I want to sell that thing 750 capacity. Okay. And I think we can do it. You know what I'm saying? We did 500, and just to see the growth from the shows, and that's the performance of, and like you said, the promotion we put behind it, man, we doing stuff that, bro, I ain't never seen. We experiment with all types of stuff.
305 rap.
We actually got it from 7 to 1 a.m.
Okay.
Long
That's a
time.
long time.
It's more festival vibes now. You know what I'm saying? So we got it this year. So we're real good about it.
Okay. That's what's up. And it's the third annual.
How crazy is that?
Summertime.
How crazy is that?
Okay,
Man?
so at this point, you down your road, you hear, I done asked you this before. Let's start first with the summer jam. How big and how long do you expect? Because you gotta have some expectations on yourself. You gotta have some goals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How long you plan on pushing this thing?
Shit, as long as I can. And the thing about I want to keep growing. I want to stop this.
Yeah.
Riverfest. That's what I grew up on in Little Rock. And that's what I would like for this to do. The thing about it, what I still want to keep, just on the bigger tip, more like Made in America Festival, where it's still gonna be all type of genres, but more hip hop. You know what I'm saying? In Philly. That's why I want to do it like that. But let's just say it's like 70% hip hop. That's the #1 genre of music, and 30%, bands and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what that's the big goal. That it's gonna be there, and it's thousands of people, and it's built up, and we'll laugh at how it started in a club one day.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay. So you trying music festival?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Some money in there.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. So now that's what you're trying to do with Summer Jam, with DJ D Sewell. You know what I mean? Where you trying to go? Is this your final destination? You know what I mean? Because I asked you this before. It's bigger markets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you get this shit to pop it like you plan on, you gotta know people gonna be coming knocking at your door.
That's part of it.
You know what I mean?
But this is the new day and age. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you at, you can make it pop because
this is true. This is
right here.
The Breakfast Club, baby.
I can be DJ Envy right here. You know what I'm saying? I can get his views right here. It's just on me. It's just on me, you know what I'm saying, to make that happen.
Yeah.
So now the goal, I told you this before, being the biggest DJ in the world. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't did that, I feel like I failed. You know what I'm saying? But I can make it happen. It's the day and age where technology it helps you with that. It's all on, you know what I'm saying, how much I put in it. But that's the biggest goal. As far as people knocking, man, I already know that's part of it. That's part of radio. That's gonna be as big as I get. You know what I'm saying? It'll work. But I don't know. I like what's going on right now. I like where I'm at, and just taking it. Think about that.
That's what's up. So right now, because you're a DJ, I'm in with this, and I'm a rapper. I rap. Yeah. We got some shit popping right now. You know what I mean? How do you feel? How the climate? How do you feel about the climate here? You think it's gonna jump? You think we got what it takes with the boys down in Helena? I know Freddie, he making a bunch of noise. Yeah.
It's time.
It's time.
And
I said it's past time.
And this is another thing too, business-wise, to make sense. Business-wise, think about it. Even when I've been seeing how QC they just showing Freddie love, I'm quite sure they're looking at. Yeah, we take Arkansas hood cat. They got the look. You know what I'm saying? The image. Man, America ain't really seen that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure on business too. But it's coming, even from.
But what they say is that like when one artist kind of basically break into the industry, then the rest of the industry starts paying attention to the area where that artist came from. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I know. Because I'm going to give you a perfect example. The Baby. Anybody checking for Charlotte, North Carolina?
Yeah.
Name another.
I heard some other dude, I can't even think his name right on top of my head. You know what I'm saying?
You listen to a lot of music, but I'm just saying. Ain't nobody really checking like that's the hotbed. He the one. You know what I'm saying? I don't think even if somebody break out to be huge, I don't think people gonna be checking like that. If two can, it's different. And let's just say, and this how I'm thinking. ZHD, them dancing boys, they just say Freddie Glad.
You got Zaynab, they with Free Bang.
No, know what I'm saying though. Just on the marketing tip.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna work just off of sound. I still think it's gonna work for marketing. Where Arkansas got some shit going on. I don't think they're gonna say, I need some more Freddie Gladness. You get what I'm saying? I don't think they're gonna say that. But okay, they got them boys, Okay, they got Bankroll Freddy. Let me see who else they got. I think it might work like that.
I just know how the sound of Arkansas is. It's kind of like, it's small, but it's spread out. And every area got kind of their own sound.
I was about to say, you got a sound.
Yeah, everybody got kind of their own sound. Yeah. So it's not like you would come looking for a particular sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just basically what you're saying is how people market it.
That's what I truly believe.
That's what you think.
But I think it works, especially in today. You need something new and different. You got to have something new and different. And you sitting out here in the hip hop scene, you rep in Arkansas, bro, you standing out. Charlotte, North Carolina, that stands out. That's a big city. You know what I'm saying? They're a big team. You know what I'm saying? Just being real, but that still stands out. It makes the baby different. You from Arkansas, you standing the fuck out no matter where you at. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is the time. This is the perfect fucking time, and especially with the internet, you can get out there and, you know what I'm saying? You can get out there today.
I feel like if everybody just started pushing the envelope, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And be more creative and more consistent, you know what I mean? And because I know how shit grow organically, right? And if that shit snapping, they're gonna be bumping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you just keep that type of pressure, then people where you from will pay you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you what,
because you're gonna bring people to the club.
People don't even understand. That's a whole nother level. Two different things. You are correct on that. If you don't know how to build just a fan base on that, that's even how to get booked. I think people miss that step. Just starting your local place and getting booked. It starts at little bars and shit like that, and that's how you go and build that fan base. But more rappers don't take advantage of that. They just want to complain that you can't get booked. You come in there with a real business plan and tell these folks, give me a night that ain't nothing popping, I can bring people here. They're going to give you a chance. That's just business. You know what I'm saying? So, no, that works. And I forgot my other point, but no, you are correct. Just building a fan base from where you at. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that.
Okay. Do you feel like the DJs are some type of way responsible, or do you think y'all are hell more responsible than y'all should be with breaking motherfucking artists and shit and playing that shit and
way more responsible. I wish I had the power people thought I do. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Even big DJs, not like that. One of the weirdest things.
It's always like a program. It's a person that basically programmed.
Bro, let me tell you this. This is my thing. Even with radio, bro, we play a song right now by a dude named Jay French. It's featuring Yellow Beezy. I like the song. I don't know who Jay French is. Guess what? 2 weeks now, it'll be long gone. It's getting radio play. Nothing's finna happen. So that's my thing when people talk about the radio make a difference. Now let me go to the street. Street DJing just even being in the club. So I play a minute and a half of your song, but that's gonna change something. What's gonna change in your life when I do that?
What, you play a song for a minute and a half? What you saying?
I'm just saying I play any song in the club. If I'm playing name a number one song, Old Town Road, whatever, I'm only gonna play, you know what I'm saying, people anticipate only a minute and a half. So whatever song it is, that's all I'm playing, period of it. So if you want me to play your song in the club, I'm playing a minute and a half of it. And we move on. And that's supposed to do something? Like I get confused. I'm lost on that. I don't get the power that the DJ's supposed to do on that. And even if I have you in constant rotation, what does that do? What is that gonna do? I don't know.
Basically your song that I already had lead.
Yeah. Like this is part of the process. Yeah, once your shit booming, hey, my shit booming, you need to play it. Hey, people request it. I give you an example. This is when I first started DJing. Young Legend, Mojo. Never heard of the dude in my life. And if bro, I was in Russellville, you got Young Legend, who this dude is. You know what I'm saying? Came up with a DJ. Young Legend, Mojo, who is this dude? On YouTube, that shit is be playing. You know what I'm saying? That is just part of the process. So when people request it, you got to do it. But nah, just play my song. Let's play. Nah, I'm going to give you this money to play my song in the club.
I'm going to give you an example because you know I be studying shit. That's what they did with Yellow Bees. With Yellow Bees, they basically pushed that last tape he had, that's on me, baby.
Yeah.
They pushed that shit in the street. They pushed it in the street, strip club. I be trying to tell them, yes. Strip club. They push in the strip club, they push in the street, and you know, little underground stations, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, mixtape circuit, you know what I mean? And then On Me hit. When On Me hit, then they ran their radio promo.
Yeah.
Because you know that the song hit. Yeah, you know the song is hit now. So now you take it to radio.
Bro, and you get another life. You know what I'm saying? But it was old in the streets by the time the radio picked it up.
Okay, they say a song has a 6-year shelf life.
6 years?
6 years.
No, could be to stay around as it need to.
But no, basically, when we heard Bitch on the Corner, what was it? What was the first one?
My nigga.
Yeah, that one. When we heard that one, it was 4 years old now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So basically, they said a song had a 6-year.
Oh, to get on.
Yeah.
I get you. Yeah. What Trinidad James said this song been out 2 years? I don't know. When you got on? Yeah, that type of shit. Now I'm with that. You gotta trust your process, like we saying. See, I'm gonna tell you what, we gonna get deep. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Even with doing these showcases, people are always trying to constantly do new songs. Bro, you gotta brainwash people with this song. If this song works, push this song for a year. You know what I'm saying? Push it until, bro, you see it work. Man, people come back.
I heard it from the DJ
himself. They'll come back with a brand new set. You just seen this shit work last time. Like, what?
Work what you working.
Bro,
trust your process. If you got a banging and slapping, man, stand on it. Yes. You know what I mean? Until you can't, you know everybody that heard it that you could possibly let hear it.
And then move on.
Yeah.
But you can't keep saying, I'm finna top that. Yeah. You just rocked the crowd, you know what I'm saying? You just knew this work. That's one of the weirdest things for me. That is.
Okay. Well, y'all heard it from the professor himself, the Wolf of Dixon Street. Alright, that was a little information, little game. You know what I'm saying? Man, laced on y'all, all the artists out there, you know what I'm saying? Keep pushing that hit that you got. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you, DJ D.
You already know, anytime you need it, man.
Okay, before we go, I want you to let everybody know how they can get in contact with you, where they can listen to you, you know, radio, all your talents.
Well, right now we at Kiss 105.3. I do the night show 7 to midnight every night. Make sure to check me out. Hit me up on social media, DJ D Sewell, Facebook, Instagram, killing both of them, the Wolf of Dixon Street. Check me out. I got a whole bunch of content on all of them. We always keeping it active on there, so make sure to check me out. Holla at me, the Wolf of Dixon.
Alright. Everybody, go subscribe. You know what I mean? Hit the button. Log in on your sister account. Subscribe there. You know what I'm saying? Follow the trip. Stay tuned.